What's up YouTube? Today we're going to be installing fog lights on my 2015 Toyota Highlander. This is a base LE model, so it doesn't come with fog lights. It's just a plastic cover that holds there. So we're going to install fog lights, which is pretty easy to do. It's a plug and play. So I'll show you guys what I bought to replace. So these are the parts you need to replace it with. So here's your replacement. This is from Winjet. I could put all the part numbers in the description. So this is only $50 and comes with the bulb and everything. And there's a harness in the actual car, so you don't need to do any wiring at all. And this is the other thing you need, which has this fog light turn on off function. So the base LE doesn't have this, so you have to replace this. So this was also 50 bucks. So here we are inside the car. As you see, this doesn't have the fog light button. So we're going to replace the stock and put the fog lights on. First thing you have to do is unplug your battery. So we're under the hood right now. This is a 10 millimeter. So unplug the negative and detach it. So here's the reason why you have to do it, because we're going to be messing with the airbag. You have to take the airbag off. So yeah, once you have it, remove it, put it somewhere so it doesn't come back into contact again. The next thing, once you're inside, go behind the steering wheel, pop this off with the flathead. There's one on the other side too, right there. So to pop off the airbag, you need a flathead. You need to go through this. It's really hard to see, but there's a pin on the very top, which you have to just push. Okay guys, now that I have it off, I can show you a little better. So this is the spring that you're pushing right there. So this is where you're pushing from both sides. There's one in the bottom also. So you go through the hole in the back. There it is. So that's what you're doing. Push it and it'll pop right out. Same thing, there's one in the bottom also. Right there, there, and here. You just literally push it and it'll pop right out. Unplug this. There's a tab on the top. You push it, pull it off. And on the airbag, there's two yellow tabs. Use like a really small screwdriver. And you can go in there and push it out. So that's what I did with both of these. Then you can unplug it. You literally just pull it out and you're free. And the only thing you have it holding down is this black wire. After that, you need a 19 millimeter socket to pop this. After you remove that, just give it a couple of small yanks and it will come off. You don't really need any tools or anything to take it off. Remove these two screws. Once you remove all that, you have to take the clock spring off. So there's one tab here, two, and once you have the clock spring off, finally get to the part that you have to replace. This whole thing is held on by these two tabs. So you're gonna have to pop that off from the back, top and bottom of it, and you know, there you have it. I have it off. Just held on by this one and the bottom one, and now you have to put this one back on the old one, or the new one I'm replacing it with, and it's just held on by, let's see, same thing. There's a tab on top and the bottom. To separate these two, you just lift this up. There's a tab on it that attaches, so you just lift that out and it'll slide right out. The difference, this one has the switch for the fog light, this one doesn't. I'll put this, replace this side with this. I'll snap on, and this is the old one. Here's a new switch. So after this, pretty much everything is in a reverse order. You got this on, got to put the clock spring back on, make sure to plug everything in. So after that, the reverse process is pretty easy. Everything just snaps on, make sure to push it in. These are all snap on. So I got the wheel back on. Make sure to plug in these two, and this one comes to your airbag. And you'll have the black wire. This is for ground, I guess. So once you have this, it's just plugging in the airbag. So when you're plugging everything back in, make sure there's actually two of these. I think I forgot on the video earlier to say unplug this. But yeah, there's the white one and the black one right there, which you have to unplug also. The torque spec on this nut is 37 and it's in foot-pounds, so make sure to torque it down. So the next thing to do is just the airbag. Make sure to plug this black one. You should hear a snap when you plug all three of these in. Once you're done plugging it in, you just push down the yellow tab. You'll hear another snap. And that's once all. You have everything in, place it in the spot. Just kind of push it in. You should hear 3 pops when the spring gets in. So 3, because remember when we took it off, 1, 2, 3. So you should hear actually 3 pops, and you can just press on this side, this side, this side, and we have everything on. Now what is left is just plugging in all this panels that we took off, these 2. So everything's plugged back in. I'm just gonna go back and review the videos I took, just make sure I plugged everything in right and stuff. So after this, you're ready to plug the battery back in. Put your negative terminal back on. So once you plug in your battery back in, make sure there's no lights, turn your car on, just check everything out, make sure the horn works. So here's the deal, the factory already comes pre-wired with everything. All you needed is a switch. So turn your headlights on. Notice the dash over there, so I'm gonna turn the fog lights on. When you turn it on, you actually get a fog light symbol now. So the base LE never came with the fog. You had to get a LE plus and everything. I mean, they already had the wiring and everything in there. They just I guess want to be cheap. They want you to spend more money, so you get the fog lights. So literally this cost me $100 for the switch and the fog lights. So now I'll install the fog lights and see where we go. Next step is actually installing the fog lights. There's a 10mm few bolts here, and pop these off so we can get. Alright guys, once you pull the panel out, you can easily see what's going on. Here we are under, there's the stock, just that cover that goes on. It is held on by, see there's a tab right here, and the screw right here. So this is what it's held on by. There's a tab up there too. So, and here's your stock harness that comes with the car. All you have to do with it is just unplug it from this placeholder, plug it into your light that you put on. So that's as easy as that. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug everything and plug it back on. So here we have the whole old one pulled out. There's a new one. That's where you plug in the harness right into the bulb, and here's how it looks. There's a harness that comes standard with these cars. So pretty much attachment point here, behind here, and that's pretty much it. Easy. So I got one of the sides done. Super easy to plug in, and one more to go. Alright guys, finally got everything plugged in, and we got fog lights. So that's it. If you like this video, please subscribe, comment, share. And that's how you add LEDs and fog lights to your 2015, 16. Should be the same process for 17, 18 also. So that's how you add the fog lights to a LE model. So here's the difference between headlight, no fog light on, and fog light. So it makes a big difference. lights on. One more thing, guys, before I end the video. The Winjet, the kit comes with the H11 bulb. It's a 12 watt, 50 watt, 55 watt bulb. If you actually leave that on there, your fog light will turn off after like 10 seconds because that's way too high. So what you need is a H16, which is pretty much a 19 watt. So make sure to replace it with a H11 when you put it back in. You can leave a H11 on, but the wattage is too high, so you can get an LED bulb if you want.